Hopefully that's not like way overpowering. And working. For the laundry room. Sounds like that audio is like messing up. Wonder if it's hidden my underneath there. And I gotta grab the seal. Plug. So the way that these work, really simple. You put this goo on the insides of here. Some people put them on the outsides too. I probably will, just because I'm already here. Put the goo in, and then you just slide it into place. As it hardens, it makes the seal. Put that one there. That went really far out of the trench. Oh well, get it later. So, if any of you have been following the goings on around here, oh boy, this is like gelled in the bottom because it froze over the winter. I have to get a knife. I'm actually only going to put this stuff on the inside here. Yeah, you put it there. It's a serious smell. And then on the outside of this pipe, just schlipperdoodle. I like to turn it while I'm pushing it in. Makes it a little bit easier, I think. Get it in there. As long as it keeps sliding, I'll keep pushing. Okay. One's in. On to the next one. But if you've been following the goings on, I had all needed to be redone. It's a big deal. But Doing pretty good now, so that's good. That was back in, and then surgery didn't happen until, feels like it was forever afterward, till February. So I was in Utah at the time, and of all things, it was a trampoline park. Gymnast at a trampoline park busts up his knee real good. But so this last week, I went in for the 90-day follow-up at the doctor's office. It's Dr. Shea Hay. Really, really, really great. He did a fantastic job. Inspires a lot of confidence. Like this thing is. Make sure it's still on. Yep. But yeah, I went in for the 90-day, and he said that things are looking incredible. The physical trainers don't know what to do with me now. They sent me home. Physical therapy, I should say, not trainer. Those are much more expensive than physical therapy. Yeah, they sent me home with exercises. They're done with me. I don't know what else to do, and they said I don't need to keep going unless I want to keep paying them. So I'm not going to keep going because I feel like this kind of work is better work anyway. Okay, that'll just wash down. Oh, okay, there we go. Yeah, no, everything's going really well with it. Been down and out for a while. Didn't really get much work done over the winter at all, as far as what I thought I was going to be able to do. But, mind you, we did get the other container essentially finished. The last bits to do are the outside parts that we couldn't really do during the winter because it's just too cold to do them, like painting, finishing the caulking, and sealing the windows better. So we'll finish that up really soon, and it'll be, I'm really excited to get that paint done. That paint is going to make a difference. Big old difference. Oh, I've been gassy today. I don't know why. It must be something I ate. But, no, it's finally over the really muddy season. This ground is still frozen. If you hit clay, which you may be able to see in the trench, some places that I did hit clay, like right here was a big one. So I had to wait like 2 days to get this spot really like able to be dug out properly. So the other part of why this needed to be dug up is the line for Brandon's container, the power line, was running along this, and it was just buried underground right there. So I had to dig it up, and that's what this big power cable coming out of the ground here is. It's an underground rated cable, so it's really nice and thick. Pretty easy to see when you're excavating, which is really nice because you never want to tear the line apart like I did over here on the corner. Yeah, I just spliced that back together. That kind of sucked, having to do things like that. It's just like extra work, and then you've got an entire junction box now somewhere that you weren't planning on it. But I think it'll be okay because here at the end, we're planning on doing lights on the road so that as you're outside at night, especially during the winter, you have something to light your way instead of go away instead of no light at all, or just carrying a flashlight. So it'll be good. But as part of that, I'll just use this junction box that I had to put in here to run power from. So saves me from having to run a new power line, but still, it was rather annoying when I was excavating, and next thing I know, I'm pulling up copper. That was cool. Super fun. Just super fun. Get the sand out of there. Oh, yeah. Want to go on. Oh, I just got gunk all over my hand. Dang it. Oh, there we go. Yeah, there we go. Keep that held up. All the sand down. It's fun to watch it go through the pipe. Put these together. And push. And Bob's your uncle. So with these, I think it's for every foot that you move horizontally, you have to go down an inch. That's what I remember them telling me when it was the septic tank that they were putting in. So this goes down definitely more than an inch every foot, because this is only 1, 2, 3, 40 feet. And I'm probably going down I don't know, like 4 feet by the end of it. So a pretty good slope. Probably lift that spot up right there, over under here. Then yeah, the other part that I need to do is cut this to size over here. Big old glob of rain landed on my ear just then. It was cool. Yeah, put that there. That keeps that slope. And then as I push dirt into the hole, it'll fill in underneath. I will get some settling, but it shouldn't be too bad. You know, that looks like it could go in further. Push from the end. There we go. That is a good slope. I can tell from here. Very good slope. Wonderful. So the biggest thing that I was worried about with my knee is, so what happened is when I landed on the trampoline, I landed on the very edge of a big rectangular trampoline. And if you're familiar with those at all, when you're close to the edges, it tries to launch you towards the middle more. So this leg, left leg, came down properly, and I felt the tension. And when you're jumping on a trampoline, you feel the tension, then you push your legs to get the bounce. Well, that made this leg land on it properly, and then this leg, when it took all the weight, was already locked. So it was like this when all my weight came down on it, and it went like this. So it went super sideways. The tibia fell out of the cup, pushed out of the cup, I should say, and went this way. So I had a knee over here, my kneecap was way over here, and my femur was coming down here. Die mosquito. And so what that did is it ripped apart the ACL, completely gone. The PCL got massively damaged. The tibia tendon, patellar tendon, I should say, sorry, was ripped in half. And that was the most painful thing after all the swelling went away. That remained was the patellar tendon on top. And the MCL, there's one that goes from up higher to down lower, and one that goes way inside, just right between the bones. That one was fine. It was the one that went from up higher to down lower that ripped off. So, but yeah, it was that patellar tendon that I was like, man, this really, really blows. Because can't kneel down anymore, but I think it's pretty much healed up now because I'm able to kneel down without any pain anymore. And I mean, I can swivel. There's no pain, which is awesome. But yeah, I'm gonna go get a 45 or a 90-degree elbow to put on the edge over here. Right here. Should be 3-inch. Yep, that's 3-inch, all right. And so this guy will go right up next to the container. Come up, then I got my laundry. Be nice. So far, I just been draining out onto the ground for this here. But the other projects that we've been working on over here is, you can't see it, but there's a 20-foot container going vertically that way next to another container. I've been cutting the walls out for it, getting that all in place. I'm gonna need this. I should probably wait to do that side. So let's actually pull you guys over here, and then you can see better what I'm doing. Because I'm all the way at the end now. Walk down the trench here. And jump. Yeah, there's that green pipe in the junction. So, one more jump. There we go. Get you on some flat ground here. Yeah, that's a good angle right there, actually. That's perfect. So, and one more jump down in. I always have to land on my left foot first now, just to be safe. But basically what I need to do right now is another coupler. I'm gonna have to figure out how long I need this pipe to be, because this will go, let's get all the dirt out. We'll go here onto that. Friggin' mosquitoes. Hey, hey, hey. Yeah, it'll go here onto that. There'll be the 45. I need to put just a little guy on there, so I think I'll do that right now. I'll cut off a piece of this pipe, put a little stub coming out of that to put the 45 onto. Man, I got a lot of dirt in that. Whew. It's raining. Rain feels nice, but makes me a little bit itchy sometimes. So the stub that comes out only needs to be, as long as 2 of these, maybe a little bit more. So probably, I don't know, there. Looks good to me. Get these sawzall over here. Okay. You don't want to hit the inside of the pipe, because if you chop up the inside at all, then things might catch on it as you're trying to flush things down the toilet. There we go. It's raining pretty good. Holy crap. Only gonna get worse, I think. La 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 la. Is this even? That is still on. Cool. I've got the other one charging in case this one shuts off. I just have to check it every now and again. So then when you cut these like this, especially with the tool that I've got, it leaves a bunch of little things on it called burrs. You want to get those off, A, so it's easier to push the pipe into the other pipe, but B, so when you're flushing like toilet paper or whatever else you may flush into a septic tank, it doesn't catch on those burrs and get stuck in the pipe. The last thing that you want, things get stuck in the pipe. This is awesome how much it's raining. Glad I'm wearing next to nothing. Do music. I find a song I like and overplay it. I think I got some good goo here. I don't think it wants to go onto this because it's all wet now. It doesn't want anything to do with this. Dang it. Let's see if I push it in there if it'll spread out. Yeah, that looks fine. Spin it a little bit. Okay. Man, with all this rain, it's really like, ugh. So now what I'm going to do is take this piece and just kind of set it on there. That'll tell me how far I need to go before I need to do a cut. So right there, get that angled a little bit down. Hey, stopped raining. Ish. A little bit of drops. It kind of did that earlier, just not quite as much rain. So now if we take this, set it, it's still angled really like a lot. I'm gonna have to wonder if I have another 45. If not, I'll have to pull this way over. We'll see. So yeah, you want to take this, get it to right there, and then let's see where they meet up. And yeah, I'm gonna need to. I think I'm actually gonna cut off the one that's already laying in the thing, so that I can push it more. Keep this whole long straight right here running straighter, and then join them back further. That'll help with that bend. Should anyway. See if there's anybody chatting. Doesn't look like it. No. Put you back. There's a little triangle on the ground where the tripod's been sitting. So, that being said, the place I need to cut on this pipe is about right there. I'll grab this. Pull it through some. Step on it. Not cut my toe off. I don't think I cut that very straight. Let's try again. Let's take a look. Didn't cut off. Okay. I need that piece. You know, I think I'm actually going to put this side in first. Well, I don't know which side would be easier. Probably that side first. That'd be easier. Oh. See how good the camera is, I guess. Or the microphone. Get some goo. Next time I'm in, I'll need to buy more of this goo. Getting close to the bottom here. Okay. Clean off this. Sand out. Okay. Perfect. One more join. Then I'll have to double check that this isn't leaking. Because I was seeing a couple drips. So, I have to double check that. I feel like I'm sweating, but it's just got rained on so much that just wet. Got a lot of sand in this pipe. Fix that. Oh yeah, that's a good joint right there. That's good. Let's get all the burrs out. Oh man, there's a lot of sand in there. Don't lift that up too high right now. Burrs off the inside, burrs off the outside. That'd be a good joint. Okay, let's put some water and sand out of here so that goo sticks on better. Yeah, it looks like that's dripping over there. Have to check that. Is this microphone still on? Yep. Nice. It'd be kind of nice if it made like a little sound or something. But you know what? It works. I'm not going to complain too much. Look at that, I got a bunch of goop. Professionals would probably look at this and say, you can't use that. It's all gooey. Gloppy gooey, I should say. And I'm like, you know what? You live 45 minutes away from the closest Home Depot and tell me if you wouldn't use it. Because you know what? It probably will work just fine. Spreads on there nicely enough. It's just kind of, it's almost like a jelly right now. Which is like, I don't know. I think it's fine. This doesn't have any poop in it, so I'm not afraid to touch it. Push that on. Get these together. Push them together. Raised that like a lot. It's fine though. There we go. Double check and make sure over here is good. Good there. Looks good there. Looks good there. Let's check the slope. Slope looks good. I might put some dirt under over there since I'm done with this guy for a moment. Okay, I put the 45 over there. I am going to need I don't need the Sawzall because I can just go straight up with that. Let's get the burrs off the end of this. Yeah, you can see how much it rained, enough to at least run down stuff. Put that part on the inside seam. You know what, I'm going to fix that really quick because I'm here. I kind of chopped this. Not very good. Much better. So I'll do a quick review. The Bosch RS325 is much better than any cordless Ryobi Sawzall. I went through 3 of those cordless Ryobi Sawzalls in a year and a half. Admittedly, I was probably using them for things that they were not designed for, but still, 3 of them. And this guy, I just powers through everything. I'm getting so dirty. I touch things and it gets on my fingers, and then I rub my fingers on my clothes. It's kind of how it goes, So yeah, that looks much better. This now needs to go over by the shed. So I am going to grab this, and I will come back for you in a moment. I'm just going to take these over by the shed, set them down, get the 90 degree, and then come back. Actually, I almost wonder if I will need the... We'll see. I may need the Sawzall over here. I got pushed in way far. Let's see if we can... Yeah, I'm going to need the Sawzall for sure to cut that off. So it got pushed way over, which is fine. Hey, the sun. It's out for a moment. Great solar. Great solar. So, around this tree. Do, 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 do. Hello, mama. Down to 20% battery, which is fine. That's kind of what I planned on. So, right here at the end is where I need to put the 90 degree on and go straight up. So let's make a spot in the dirt for you right here. And go you down. This is not life. See? It's just an extra cable that I cut off. So this is what it looks like when you hit it with an excavator. It like strips it at different lengths. That's what it looks like when you just cut it off. Okay, so Sawzall now. Go back this way. And now I have an extra coupler. That's great. Still dripping down there? Yeah. Get in there with something, seal it up. Go over here. And then I have to bend this blade back straight, got super bent. La la. I got really, really bent. I almost wonder if I should go get a different blade. Cut through it a lot better. I'll be right back. I'm gonna go grab a different blade. Because part of the problem is this blade, it's a 6-inch blade, but because it moves up and down like 4 inches, it ends up chopping the inside of the pipe and then falling out and making it a problem. I'd rather avoid that. Let's get a different blade. So right in here should be a bunch of blades. Find one that's already open. Ooh, that'll be great. That'll be great. We'll use this blade. It'll probably cut right through it there. It'll be great. That accent always reminds me of Brave. You had the chance to change your fate, would you? So, this is a really difficult process to change out a blade, by the way. And we're done. Glad we made it through that. It was rough going for a moment, but the only other thing that I still semi-struggle with my knee, and I talked to the doctor about it just to see if there was anything that I should be aware of, is going down steps. And he said that a lot of the issue that I would see there isn't the knee. It would be the fact that I wasn't on my quad for nearly 9 months. So he said there's been atrophy. There probably has been, but he was comparing this leg to this leg. This leg's been a powerhouse for the last 9 months. I'll tell you what, I've gotten pretty good at pistol squats. So anyway, let's cut this. Let's see how far I need to go. It looks like about right there. I should have had this blade on here first. That was incredible. It didn't even really make any burrs. Awesome. There's a lot of dirt in this. Look at this. Okay, it doesn't really go very far into this. Good. Good, 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 good. I was worried it was going to be going really far into that, and then I was going to have to figure out a way to get it out, but looks like it's not too bad. Just grab a stick, reach in there, pull out the remaining dirt. It's mostly clay, actually. It's in there. It's fine. Okay, now we want to do, where's the goo? Right there. So get all the sand out of this joint. Oh, there's a lot of sand over there. So these ones, these black ones, the couplers that I've been putting in here, I've had those for a while. But the 45 and the 90, sorry, it's the other way around. I've had the couplers for a day. I've had these 45s and the 90 for a while, so there was quite a bit of dirt that got into them over time. Clean this off. Looks like there's a couple of burrs here, so Just a couple though, and they're mostly on the outside. Which, when they're on the outside, it just makes it harder to push it on. That's all. La 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 la. Okay. Let's take some goo. I wonder if I heated this stuff up, if it would. So, I mean, it is still. It might just be that it's chilly out here, that it's kind of jellying up. Because it is. It's probably like. It feels nice to me. But it's probably like 50. You one? You two? It's very likely just that it froze over the winter. And we saw minus. I think it was minus 48.7 was the coldest I saw it get, which is 20 degrees colder than last year, the coldest that it got. So yeah, it was pretty cold this last year. Let's push that